Hello everyone, Pallytime here with TGN.TV. In today's video, I'm going to be starting a new series where we uncover what we know so far about the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, I have been an MMO player for well over a decade now, which is a little bit scary of a thing to think about. But I really do feel that MMOs can immerse a player in a world like no other experience. Anyone who's been addicted to an MMO in the past knows that there's just something about that constant world and social experience that will drag players back into it constantly, and it's not something that you can get anywhere else in the industry, in my opinion. And I've had my heart hurt a lot by MMO releases in the past, but I really do think that the Elder Scrolls Online has a lot of potential, and I hope it can live up to that potential. But hey, that's enough about my gaming history. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the story and the setting of the Elder Scrolls Online. ESO is set about 1,000 years before the events of Skyrim during the Second Era. If memory serves, this means it's about 800 years before the events of Oblivion. As such, the game occurs during a previously unexplored period of the Elder Scrolls series, although we have had some hints back to that timeline. Now, the throne of Cyrodiil and control over all of the empires is in constant conflict during this time. The Imperial faction is becoming active in Tamriel, but the game takes place before the rise of the Septim dynasty. So Tiber Septim and Uriel Septim, their family line really isn't of any significant importance at this time. The game world consists of most of the continent of Tamriel, including the provinces of Skyrim, which is the home of the Nords, Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves, Somerset Isles, where the High Elves reside from, Elsewhere, the home of the Khajiit, Hammerfall, the home of the Redguards, and Cyrodiil, home of the Imperials. Not all of these provinces will be included at launch. They want to save room for expansions. I guess it's good that they're thinking about the future of their game, but I want as much content as I can get my hands on at this point, so I wish they would just release it all at the beginning. The climate of Cyrodiil will be portrayed in the same way that it was represented in Oblivion. Now, what that basically means to me is that up north it's going to be very cold, and you get warmer temperatures as you go to the southern areas. The game's art style is also going to give each province a distinct feel. Because ZeniMax Online is working so closely with Bethesda, many of the art assets from Oblivion and Skyrim were able to be adapted or actually directly taken from those games to be used in the Elder Scrolls Online. What this means is you're going to see sites around the world that look very similar. You're going to get that nostalgia kick when we see them. But keep in mind, this is 1,000 years before, so things aren't going to be exactly as you remember them. The primary force of evil driving the story of the Elder Scrolls Online is the sinister plot of the Daedric Prince of Domination, Molag Bal, who seeks to bring all of Tamriel under his will. Playable characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are adventurers whose souls have been stolen by Molag Bal. This kind of tries to explain why your character can be resurrected in this game, whereas in the past Elder Scrolls experiences, if you die, you're dead. Money Marco, the King of the Worms, has been enlisted to provide the Imperial armies with a constant supply of reanimated corpses, directly working with Abnur Tharn, the ruling patriarch of the Tharn family in the Imperial City. Money Marco's necromancy fuels the forces of Tharn's armies. Actually, anyone who's played the Oblivion game, if you are familiar with the main questline for the Mages Guild, there was a questline, I believe it was called Last of the Necromancers or something to that extent. You actually went out and you encountered Money Marco there, but they want you to experience him at the height of his power in the Elder Scrolls Online, give you a different perspective of this character. But Money Marco in the Elder Scrolls Online is secretly conspiring with Molag Bal to assist the Daedric Prince's plot to dominate Tamriel. The Tharn family and the Empire in general at this point are just very weak. The Tharns actually are secret Daedra worshippers, because why not? And the weakness of the Empire coupled with this cult worshipping discovery actually gives the three Alliance factions the perfect opportunity to try to restore peace and order to the Empire, obviously by brute force. Those three alliances are of course the Aldmeri Dominion, the Daggerfall Covenant, and the Ebonheart Pact. and we will learn about them more in the next video. So these videos actually take a really long time to make, which is something I didn't expect going into this. Collecting all of this information as well as the visuals is quite time consuming. So I'm going to try to get one of these out every week. But what I would like to know, is there any particular topic that you guys are interested in? Either something I can make a full video about or something I can just give you a quick answer about. I would like to know either of those. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. As always, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe. This has been Pallytime with TGN, and thank you all for watching.